Hello and welcome back to Tours and Tournaments. Between episodes I had a question about cultural spread, as in do we want more of it, do we want less of it? The angle that they were coming at this question from is an angle of technology and technology growth and how that relates to development. So let's go and have a look at the equation that they were talking about, and then we can figure out what we're going to do about it. So their pitch was, if you keep your culture small, then you're going to have faster tech growth. And the logic behind this is the average development of all of your counties leads into this number, which is an amount that could be progressed in your tech each month. And if this number is higher, you could get more progress each month towards your tech, which means that you'll get tech quicker. Makes a lot of sense, right? If you integrate a holding with lower development, that's going to lower the number. Therefore, if you happen to get some progress towards your tech each month, it's going to be a lower number, which means you're going to get slower tech, which means that overall you're going to fall behind tech-wise. My logic is something a little bit different. So, I agree with that. We should try and have high development. My problem with that, and my problem with the philosophy of kind of keeping it small, is that what I want to do is I want to research something like windmills, which gives you access to a new building and new building slots, and I want to be able to do building everywhere in our realm. So I want to get a new thing unlocked, and I want to spread that absolutely everywhere. And in the case of windmills, that does actually, in theory, increase development growth. Now, you still have to eat the fact that you have lower development growth to start, generally in a holding that you've integrated, but if you can increase the development growth base, it's going to rise up, and it's not going to affect your average as badly as it was at the start. So it's kind of an interesting thought there, right? It's kind of a thought experiment as to, do you want to rise everybody up to potentially a slightly lower than optimal level, right? Or do you want to have a very small culture, let's say it's just in your domain holdings, walk around as space marines while everybody else is still hitting rocks against rocks, right? It's kind of, where do you want to be? And there's probably an optimal place to be on that ladder, right? Like there's probably somewhere where you even out, where you're really quite far ahead on tech, but your rest of your holdings aren't really suffering. So there's that sort of thing. There's also the other benefit of converting cultures, which is that you get benefits in, well, for us, your holdings based upon your cultural traditions. Like, here, we get 10% extra tax if we happen to be in a coastal holding. Most of our holdings are coastal. So effectively what this is doing is, across the board, it's providing us 10% extra tax, which means that 10% extra tax goes to their liege, and then that liege pays some of that money to me, which means I'm then getting extra money because I've converted my vassal's land, which is coastal. So that kind of benefit you wouldn't get if you keep your culture small. So it's kind of a philosophy argument, is what exactly do you want to do with your realm? If you want to just make your personal holdings stronger, then potentially that's the way to go. Now, there is also another thing that in theory you could do, which is that you keep your culture really small to start with, right? You get as far ahead on tech as you can, and then you just spread your culture as wide as you can. You kind of go, this is where I've got everything I want. So let's say that you got to the point where you unlocked windmills, and then you went, perfect. Now I've got windmills, I can raise development growth across the board. It's no longer going to be that bad for us to spread our culture. You spread your culture really wide, you convert all your holdings, and you build up all at once, right? That's also something that you could do, and there's probably perfect moments to do that. I just don't know when exactly that is, and I'm kind of happy converting everything right now. There is also one other factor, which is that at a certain point, you don't have a choice. Because if you have, say, vassals like this, who are your culture, they're just going to convert everything because they can, right? They're just going to straight up convert holdings towards the culture, and they don't really care whether your tech is going to fall behind, because the AI has no such thoughts. The AI will simply convert it. So, at a certain point, if we have holdings held by people of our culture, they're just going to convert it. Like over here, you see this is Franco-Dutch. At some point, they're just going to convert that over, right? If we were to leave them long enough, they would convert that over to their culture. It's just kind of the way it is. So, that's kind of that conversation talked about. And now, I think it's time for us to unpause, because I think we're at a tournament, aren't we? Yes, we are. Although we're waiting 42 days for it to begin. We've just done that one. We can do it again in 30 days. We've got a triumph intent. Let's do this. So, let's go. Oh, also it's going to be a slightly shorter episode. I do apologize. We can get experience in Hunter, in Falconer. That could potentially get us stewardship and learning. Let's do it. Has that got us to the next level? That has not quite got us to the next level. I think one more tick would get us there. Okay, cool. And now we're in the tournament. May the best man win. Let's see. Or may the best person win, I guess. Because unlike most of the other tournaments, we do actually have some diversity. Okay. I shuffle aside to let somebody by, but no sooner have I done so than they start talking. Ah, King Arnaud. Fancy meeting you here. I open my mouth to respond, but Amira is too quick. Although she might not be competing, she might also just be watching. I don't suppose you've got any favourites, someone you think is going to take home the win. Me, I've got a good feeling about Reginar. I consider my options for a moment. Maybe it's best to just agree. I'm going to smile and nod, I think. Okay. I don't recognise... Oh, I do recognise Amory of Brittany and Anjou. But I don't recognise my personal champion. I don't know if my personal champion is even here. Anyway. Let's see. A bout between Amory and Count Reginar. Amory is through to the final. Arnaud is through to the final. And out of my two vassals, who is the winner? The winner is... The winner is Arnaud. So Anjou has won their one, and they are now... Actually, are you my vassal? You might not be my vassal. No, you're not my vassal. Never mind, my vassal lost. I'm just very upset about that. It tears me up inside. Oh, you have to watch the whole thing if you leave? Interesting. Okay. Not my favourite knight, it has to be said, apparently. Cool. We've finished that. A bunch of people get bonuses. My qualifying knights will get these bonuses, which is nice. Let's go to the tourney grounds. I don't want to rile people up. I think I'll just take the prestige. We're looking for the one that increases the glory and the chance of winning of all of your knights. That's kind of the main one that we're looking for here. Do that in 19 days. We just finished a building here. Let's start upgrading the castle. Cannot upgrade the castle. Let's upgrade the hill fort. Sure. Let's do that. These are all still building. Yep. Wonderful. Right. Back in here. You've learned Dutch. Well done. Yep. We took a little stress because of that. Aha! So we can gain glory for all of our knights, and we can increase their score moderately. Fantastic. This is the one that we want every time we get an opportunity. So let's do that. Ooh, new learning perk. What have we got? New learning perk, Iron Constitution. Huge resistance to disease. That seems fantastic. How are we looking now? Fine. Yeah, we've only got infirm as a negative and old age, I guess, but that's okay. Let's keep going. And let's see who has qualified. Bunch of people. I don't think that my personal champion is here because he doesn't appear to be competing in anything. Maybe he's too old now to compete in things. Interesting. Okay, well, Amory, Arnaud, Reginar, and Warozinek have reached the semi-finals. Okay. Do we think it's going to be Amory or Arnaud here? Let's see. Amory is through to the final. Arnaud is through to the final. And the winner is... Who could it be? It is... Arnaud of Anjou has once again bested our knight. Ah, oh, dear. Just not doing very well here. Right, tourney grounds. So I can lose stress because I'm wrathful, or I can pay some money and lose less stress. Well, okay, I think I will lose some stress. Want to go to the tourney grounds again in 28 days? See if we can. 4 days. There we go. This is Be a Man, this event, so we can keep this person secret. We can try and hire this person. Do we want them? They're pretty good. Or there's a woman here. Let's hire them. Sure, why not? Right. Unforeseen tragedy. The spouse of Gilbert, Count Blahomira, died in her sleep. Oh, okay. All those carefully crafted plans are being crushed by death's fickle impulse, though such complaints might seem petty and insubstantial compared to her family's pain. Okay. Well, that's not ideal that she's dead. I'll definitely say it's not ideal, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, this is fine. Apparently he's a murderer? Who did you murder? Where are we? Memories? Who did you murder? Your grandfather drank himself to death. You had your soulmate who died. Your rival was murdered. I would take a stab in the dark that was probably him then. Your rival was murdered by... Yes, so you killed him. You killed the King of Pomerania. For reasons that are best known to yourself. My son and heir can marry. How many children do you have? A lot. Okay. I think what would be best for him is for him to marry somebody who is infertile, but has great stats. I think that seems like a good option. Like, yes, Countess Huld. Although, wait a second. So we don't want her to be landed, because if she's landed, she's not going to come to court. So it's not going to give us benefits, and is not going to give the stats if we happen to become a ruler. In fact, he's a ruler already, so won't give stats. Yeah, let's invite her over. That seems good to me. Wonderful. Right, next thing that we need to do, back to the tournament. Okay, excellent. Melee contest begins. Okay, what have we got here? The contest in front of me is reaching a crescendo, the participants evenly matched. I grip the wooden railing in front of me and yell my appreciation along with the rest of the crowd. Said yell, however, swiftly turns to a strangled cry as I feel something trickling down my spine, some sort of fluid, something both hot and cold somehow. She spilled some drink down the back of her spine. I'm going to send the guards after her because it will lower my stress. Wonderful. Okay, the final blows. Who's going to win? You reckon it's Amory? Do you reckon it's Arnaud? Or is it someone new? It is Duke Arnaud's team. He has won every contest so far. I mean, well done him, I guess. Tourney grounds. I wish to go to the tourney grounds. I clicked on it, but yet I have lost my ability to go to the tourney grounds. Okay, well, I will wait. Oh, my wife is dead. Well, that's not good. And I have torrential grief, although I can manage my grief, lowering stats by 1 for 5 years, and become a journaler, which lowers my, increases my stress loss. That seems good. Yeah, let's do that. We also need to remarry as well, which is fine. We can do that. We're basically looking for the exact same thing we were just looking for. Some of all skills, and then somebody who'll join our court. Like her. That would be fine. Yeah, let's do that. So, she has married us, and she can handle a bunch of the things in the realm that need handled, basically. Which currently gives us these stats. So, it's useful. Yeah, we got above 20 in every stat. Well, we haven't got above 20. We've got 20 or above in every stat, I should say. Apparently we can't go to the tourney grounds anymore. I clicked it again. Didn't work. Duke Amory qualified again. Alright, let's see if he's against Arnaud in the final. It's Arnaud, Reginar, Eberhard, and Meinhard. Oh, so Amory did not make it this far. Okay, he got knocked out by Meinhard. Okay. Meinhard is through to the final. Reginar has beat Duke Arnaud. And now the winner is... It is... someone? It is Meinhard. Hey, our person got knocked out by the winner. In a way, we were second-ish. That's not the way it works. Okay, we've now been to the tournament. Carling Dynasty gains a ton of renown, and some people became owners of some prized possessions. But, I mean, on the positive side, we do get Tourney Gore, which lowers our stress gain, and a bunch of our knights got some glory, which is kind of the main reason we went. Cool. Yeah, we can see what everybody got here. Like, well, I can't see all of my knights, actually. I guess I could see it somewhere, but essentially, we got some extra glory. If I go and have a look at the glory thing, these should be ticking up slightly. Yeah. How far up is this one? It's exactly 4. Okay, so we're kind of getting there. Slowly but surely. Okay, let's head back home. Okay. My dog ran away. I will catch them. Okay. After a long day of travel, the horizon starts to bleed into the warm colors. I take a moment to pause, close my eyes, breathe. Careful, my caravan leader, Roger screams, pointing at the plains beyond the path we follow. What looks like a small rodent is running into the wild, and after a grey figure I easily recognize. No, Woofter, Roger, follow her. We can do that. She'll find a way back. I'll personally find you. Or quick, everybody after her. I will personally find my dog. We have found our dog. She has destroyed a squirrel. I'll get adventurous pet, which increases our prowess. Fantastic. This is the one where he wants to marry somebody in a foreign court. And we say no. Words fail me. He doesn't like us, but he didn't leave us, which is good. I find Woofter after a few moments of searching. Oh, I thought the previous event was the follow-up, but this is actually another one where a dog got lost. It got lost twice on this trip. Okay, cool. Well, we get lost a tiny bit of stress for coming back, and there we go, we're back. No longer sharing power. What have we got? We can hold a grand tournament and we can pet our dog. I will pet our dog. Wonderful, lose some stress. Ooh, that's an event we can do. Found a holy order. I'm not that worried about it. Ooh, because I'm a journaler, I can now write my thoughts down. It lowers my diplomacy, but will lower my stress. Nice. That's 29 stress. We should also have that as a thing every time we can. That seems good. Yeah, we're still fine on health. How is our stuff looking? We're 7 years away from this. Okay. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. What am I actually doing with all of these people? You're converting. You're integrating. It's only 6 years left on that. You can actually probably switch back to disrupt schemes because I'm not trying to actively murder anyone right now. Yeah, why don't you stop people murdering me? That seems like a good idea. I could be down with that. And then we're kind of done. There's nothing I need to convert. Oh yeah, people keep saying that I should take a holy site in Kent. Yeah, so let's have a look at that. That's probably a good thing to have a look at the end here. I thought I didn't need to take holy sites because I thought, yeah, I don't need to take holy sites because every single holy site gives a bonus to all of Catholicism. So this one, we already have this benefit. We already have religious vassal opinion due to having this holy site. If I go and have a look at our vassals, right? So you're a religious vassal, right? I actually don't know if he counts as a religious vassal. I'm now thinking what does count as a religious vassal. Anyway, does the holy site appear here? It doesn't. Maybe it has to be somebody who has the... Now I'm like, is it tied to the new thing where somebody can have a vassal opinion of religious? It's called zealot. No, but you're probably a religious vassal, right? I have realized there's absolutely no way of me figuring this out. So we don't get a +5 here, but we do get a +5 on him. I'm going to assume that this +5 same faith bonus is because of... where are we? I'm in the culture. That's the wrong place. I'm going to assume that's because of this, right? Yeah, I think that's because of this. See, all Catholics should get this bonus. So all Catholics will also get this bonus. All Catholics will get the control growth. I guess I can look at these ones. Like Cologne's probably neat. Cologne or Rome are probably easy ones, right? Because they should pop up. I should be able to see. There you go. Holy Site Rome, +1. So these bonuses do apply to us anyway. So there's no real reason for us to take it. Unless we just happen to want to hold... which one is Canterbury's here, right? Yeah, unless we want to happen to hold this one, there's no reason to do this. Yeah, and it gives a bunch of bonuses, but it's only to the holder of this holding, right? The county also, I guess, gains bonuses. That's a nice one. It does gain holding taxes. Yeah, so maybe that's the reason to get it. But it's already our culture, so basically what we would be saying is we want to get this because we would get the benefits from this 30% holding taxes, but I'm not particularly bothered. But essentially, we're getting most of the benefits anyway, and we cannot get the benefits from the holder of this holding because it's a religious holding. So it's the wrong type of holding for us. So that's basically where my mind's at with that. Please let me know if I'm wrong, which is probably likely. And I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.